Welcome back, everybody, to the Bellagio for our 10th episode of Poker Tonight.
In some religions, Sunday is the day of rest, but for those of us who praise the poker gods, the World Series of Poker is still in full swing.
That's right, the World Series of Poker is going strong, and yesterday, event number 14, the $1,500 buy-in 7-card stud event ended with Michael Keener emerging triumphant.
The final table started at 4 p.m. yesterday. Keener and the runner-up, Nesbitt Coburn, played through the night until 7 a.m. this morning.
That's right, Keener took home just over $147,000. And also ending yesterday was a $1,500 buy-in, no-limit shorthanded event. In that event, the winner was Jason Warner. He's a 22-year-old from Vancouver, British Columbia.
The $5,000 World Championship pot limit tournament will also end tonight. A final table is playing out as we speak, and it is a stacked final table.
That's right, we have Alan Cunningham, Jeffrey Lissandro, Gavin Griffin, Jason Lester, and Umberto Brenes all playing currently at that unbelievable final table.
So far, play has been slow, and Umberto Brenes has doubled up, and he is now second in chips just behind Jeff Lissandro.
The only eliminations so far today have been Alan Jaffrey in 9th place and Keith Lear in 8th place.
The $1,500 no-limit event started yesterday, and the starting field of 2,628 entrants played down past the bubble.
All the players that started day 2 are already in the money, and they will play until a final table emerges tonight. There are about 90 players left, and John Pearljammer Turner and Phil Hellmuth Jr. are among the current chip leaders.
The $2,500 horse event is also playing down to the final table today. 210 players started the day. Among those who are still playing are Daniel Negreanu, Lane Flack, 2004 main event runner-up David Williams, and they're still doing pretty well in this first ever smaller buy-in horse event.
It's really great to see all these huge names making it deep in these tournaments. It just makes it exciting with all these tournaments going on. We get to catch a little sweat with Phil Hellmuth and all those guys. It's really great to see. But with all of those events going on, it's really hard to keep up with all the winners. Yet somehow earlier today, Card Player managed to catch up with recent bracelet winner Burt Boutin. Burt Boutin beat out a field of 145 players in the $5,000 buy-in Pot Limit Omaha event with rebuys. Now, despite the fact that there were only 145 players, he took down $825,000 for his victory.
So Burt, you just won the $5,000 Pot Limit Rebuy tournament, but this isn't your first bracelet. Can you tell us about your first one first?
First one was I was been playing for only about 3 years, 2 years probably, bigger tournaments. I played Pot Limit Hold'em. I happened to win Hold'em tournament before in Rio was my first major win, and then I entered. Back then it was much different, pre-internet days. It was the fields weren't quite as big, and it just happened to be the first time I ever even got into money and to the final table. Played Devilfish heads up at the end. It's a pretty tough final table. It was men in there. Mike Sexton was in the final table. Freddie Deeb. It was a very tough final table.
How many times did you rebuy?
I altogether spent $20,000. I rebought 3 times.
Well, since this buy-in's a little bit bigger than most events, did you find that it was tougher for you than other events you've played?
Well, in Omaha, a lot of the players, obviously when it's this large of a buy-in and a rebuy, you get the better name players, and they aren't going to make quite as many mistakes at all.
And as an experienced player, you've been deep in big buy-in tournaments a few times. Were you nervous at all going into the final table?
Yeah, I just had a relaxing feeling. I wasn't nervous. It wasn't really. I was focused this time. I was very focused at the end.
Okay. Were there any hands at the final table that were particularly important or a turning point at all where you really thought that you could win this thing?
Yeah, I guess it was when there was maybe 5 of us left, and I got all the money in with Devilfish, and I had at the time, not knowing, Ming bad out, and then I went over the top of him. And then Devilfish after me went all in, and I was already committed to my stack. I went in. I thought I had a lot more than 8 outs, but I only had 8 outs. I had to get lucky.
In a big pot?
Yeah, big pot, and that was the turning point.
How tough would you say your heads-up match was between you and Eric Cajolet?
Well, it happened so fast that it wasn't really a grind-out style. We went out to dinner break, came back, the very first hand we got it all in. It lasted 6 hands, so we can't say it was tough or anything, it just happened.
Are you going to play in any more events?
Oh yeah, I'll be playing all the pot limit hold'ems and no limit hold'ems and pot limit Omaha events.
Thanks for stopping by, Burt, and good luck winning your third bracelet. There are 2 events that started today. One of them is the $5,000 World Championship Limit Hold'em event, and the other is the $1,000 Ladies Only event. I got a chance to catch up with a few ladies who are going to compete in the tournament with a charitable cause in mind. Lisa, how did you come up with this idea?
Very simply, I asked Mark Tanner, my husband, for $1,000 for the ladies' event for last year, for '06. He says no. Money for shoes, money for purses, money for jewelry, money for poker. No. So I said, okay, Mark, I will find a way to do this. So I went out and I raised sponsor dollars. I approached Jeffrey Pollock at Harris to join me in my efforts. And I said, as long as I'm going to raise the money, why don't we raise it for charity as well? So the Queen of Hearts became a vision in my head. And I put a team together, and we raised money for the American Heart Foundation. Year 2, we are raising money for the Nevada Cancer Institute and for the American Heart Foundation, and we're sponsored by the Poker Players Alliance.
We're here with Mimi Rogers, co-captain of the team. Mimi, how did you get involved with this?
Well, I played in the ladies' event last year, and I believe I met Lisa then because there was a Queen of Hearts team last year. And so this year, when she invited me to co-captain the team, I knew that they had raised $20,000. I knew that they were raising money for the American Heart Association and for the Nevada Cancer Institute. And what possible reason would there be for not doing that? You know, it's an amazing group of women, the 20 women that are playing on the team, and we get to have fun, we get to play in the tournament, we get to raise money. So, you know, for me it was a no-brainer.
We're here with Jennifer Tilley, 2005 winner of the ladies event. Jennifer, what does this specific cause mean to you?
Well, after I won in 2005, Lisa Tanner, who's one of the team captains, came up to me and said, I'm trying to get together a charity team to benefit cancer research. And I thought it was like a really great idea that we could play poker and at the same time raise awareness for a really good cause and, and raise some money also. So I did it last year. Last year I was the team captain, and this year she came to me and she said, I'm doing it again this year. Do you want to do it? And I just thought it was a great idea. I think one of the things about poker is it's a solitary pursuit. It's usually you against the world, and it's not really a team. It's not really a team game, and I found it really nice last year to be working with a group of women towards a cause. It's such a good cause, and I thought it's just a little bit of a way for the poker community to give back to the world. So here we have this one. It's red, and it has a 3/4 sleeves if you don't like your upper arms. And then we have this one. I think it's perhaps a little more slimming because it's black and red, and it's useful. And I plan to wear a lace camisole underneath so my little round tummy doesn't poke out the bottom. So this is probably what you'll see me in. But if you see anybody in these colors, they're probably playing for the cancer charity.
We are so totally excited about this. This is a first. And Las Vegas is a city of firsts, and to have this caliber of women who are committed to not only poker, but also in terms of doing good as a result of playing poker and helping to us to find new cures for cancer is phenomenal, and we couldn't be happier.
Wow, that sounds like a great cause. And weren't those outfits that Jennifer Tilley showed us so cute?
What outfits?
You know the outfits.
No.
You must have been distracted by her big personality.
Big personality. Yeah, I was distracted.
Good luck, ladies, in that event. And in other tournament series action.
So finally, after a week and a half of talking about other tournaments, we're about to get started. We got other action going on?
Yes.
Nice.
The Bellagio Cup 3 starts tomorrow. Now, the first event is the $1,000 buy-in, and the tournament starts at 1 p.m., and registration will be available through round 3.
Now make sure you keep up to date with cardplayer.com. We'll be updating the World Series of Poker and the Bellagio Cup for the rest of the summer.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Poker Tonight.
Good night, everybody.